In this game, I'm being assessed by a senior referee trainer from the Dutch FA, someone responsible for developing referees all the way up to the professional game. Within minutes, he spots things in my performance I'd never even considered. This is a tough, physical match in Cyprus, with the language barrier making communication even harder.
What? He's pulling him back, mate. Pulling him back.
At half-time, I get direct feedback, but can I actually apply it in the second half?
Oh man, I was in the box then as well. That was his advice was right.
So this match was maybe the second or third time in my life that I'd ever had the opportunity to use communication kit. So throughout this game, you're going to hear lots of different things between me and the assistants, and they're by no means perfect. So if you've used comms regularly, or you're an expert, or you know what you're doing with these, please give me some feedback in the comments so myself and other referees can learn, as this was a brand new tool for me to be using. There's no doubt lots of stuff for me to learn, so please share in the comments any tips, tricks, etc. Thank you.
Now.
Clear. Foul. Just a trip.
So you'll hear me let the assistant know when the ball is played. You'll hear him say that the player is clear, there's no offside offence, and then we get the feedback saying that there's a foul. So a really kind of great example of some teamwork there together early in the game. Now, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that positioning is super key for me. Positioning really comes from being able to read play and understand what's about to happen next. It's one of the biggest skills, I think, for referees to learn. So you'll see that as this lad gets the ball, my eyes are up. I know there's no opportunity for this lad to be fouled, and so I'm looking ahead of play, seeing what might be happening so I can be one step ahead and get into a good position for what's about to happen next.
Tripped. Nothing wrong with that. Defender played it.
And then we give our first foul of the game here. You'll see that number 23 is pulling back the defender's shirt, and so we just explained that.
What? He's pulling him back, mate. Pulling him back.
We then get this quick break from the goalkeeper, so the ball's played long, and the team in dark blue go ahead on the attack. You'll hear my absolute bricks of feet slapping against the floor. My legs were a little bit heavy. And then we get a slight deflection, and so me and the assistant are communicating about what decision to give, and I'm explaining to it, so corner,
okay, buddy?
corner. Yeah. And then we check on the lad to make sure that he's okay. This was my first game in the middle of my trip in Cyprus, and I'm asking this lad if he wants treatment. I realised very quickly that they don't know what that word means, so from this point on I tried to use the word doctor, so they understand what I'm talking about. And then we give our first foul of the game for this. There's a little trip. I see if we can play advantage. He doesn't want to carry on playing, so we give the foul. But I just explained to him.
But you had the ball, you could have played, okay? Yeah, you see? Yeah, I know. Yeah, little trip, just little. But he's running very fast.
We then give this foul here. The lad tries to clear the ball. He does pull out of it, but you'll see on the slow-mo that as he pulls out of it, he does actually kick the lad in dark blue. The lad in dark blue by no means makes a meal of it, which is great, but it's still a foul, and so we pull it back. Because play has been stopped for so long, I like to restart with the whistle here. Now, what I didn't realise is my assistant at the time told them to play.
Yeah, okay, and play it.
So I blew the whistle to play, but I actually blew it after they kicked the ball, and so play stops and we have to go back. It's a bit of a mix-up, and again, just a cultural difference. For me, if I ever stop play for a decent amount of time to either talk to somebody or the ball's gone for a while, I like to restart with the whistle. But here the assistants told them to play, so they have, and I've bloody blown the whistle as they've played it, which is a bit of a nightmare. But it's a big thing to learn, right? Because when giving your pre-match instructions to your assistants, you want to be crystal clear on what the expectations are, what you should deal with and what they should deal with. And then we get our first yellow card of the game.
Fine, play it.
Foul. Spar only.
5.
Yellow card.
We wave away the foul, and then there's a clear push in the back by the light blue number 5, and so we issue our first yellow card.
Just he's on the attack. Okay, driving in towards goal, so yeah, no problem. Yeah, I know. Good man, thank you.
Here in England, a lot of the time players want it explained why it's a yellow card. This young lad knew exactly why, he knows what he's doing, and so that was quite nice. No need to argue, just give the yellow, he's gone. Good lad. The reason this is a yellow card is for stopping a promising attack, or pushing, or foul tackle, whatever you'd like to call it, reckless play. You really could decide here, take your pick. For me, it was stopping a promising attack. It's not dog zone, it's not denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity because that defender is covering, but I decided to give a yellow card for stopping a promising attack here. We then get this injury to the lad in light blue, so we deal with that. So I was asking the lad if they wanted treatment. Again, after this game, I started to use the word doctor, but it's a young lad holding his head, so I kind of realised after a few seconds, just bring the physio on, what am I waiting for, right? Safety of the players is absolutely paramount. We talk about this a lot on the channel. Player safety is always the #1 concern, especially with children. So once I realised he's kind of holding his head and he's down, it kind of clocked with me, well, yeah, just get the physio on it. What are we waiting for? We then pull the number 14 away from the situation so that he's not, you know, getting involved with any of the upset players. I know he wants to apologise, but we'll let the lad get treatment and then he can do that afterwards. So I just pull him aside and have a little word. And that is half time. Now, as I mentioned, in this game, we are actually getting observed by one of the senior trainers at the KNVB, so the Dutch refereeing department. So let's jump into half time and see what he said.
What do you think about the first half?
Yeah, I think it went okay. We only really had the one incident over there where the lad hurt himself, just coming together from my angle. And then the yellow card for me was a clear promising attack, driving into the box. It wasn't quite dog, so I felt there was a covering defender from the middle. And I feel like I'm managing the game okay. The boys don't seem frustrated.
How does it come, do you think?
I think I talk quite a bit, and I try not to let too much go, but I also try and let them play.
Yeah,
you know?
but you whistle the logic, you make the logic decisions.
Yeah.
When you see the free kick over there after the yellow card, and think back about your position, where you're standing in your position in the field.
Very central, probably about 8 to 10 yards outside the box in the D.
And what is the ball going into the box? Where is the ball going into?
It's going to curve into the box.
Yeah, and it was a duel with the goalkeeper.
It was on the goalkeeper.
And where were you standing at that moment?
Still central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my tip for you.
Yeah.
When you see the balls going into the box and you recognize the duel is coming with the goalkeeper,
Yeah.
everyone expects that you come into the box, because when you have to make a decision, foul or no foul, you stand already in the box.
Yes.
Turn around, oh, he's standing over there, but now you are far away.
Yes.
So that's to give them the space to come to you and to just argue with you and to discuss it with you.
Yeah.
That's my advice, because you put a lot of energy in your following. That's very good. You see a lot of sprints, very good. But you stopped 5-10 meters before the box.
Yeah. It's
When
bad
you
habit.
recognize there is a duel in the first half, also in that corner, come a little bit closer.
Get in there. Yeah.
Come a little bit closer,
Yeah.
and then you can speak to the guys.
Yeah.
They heard you,
Yeah.
and then you can go back to your next position for the game. That's it.
Okay.
For now.
Appreciate it. Yeah, for now. If you watch me some more, there'll be a lot more.
Now, straight away into the second half, we get this lovely nutmeg by the number 10. And then it falls back to him and he puts this strike on it. Oh my gosh, what an effort.
Offside,
but unfortunately,
offside.
we do have to flag for offside, as the player who receives the balls in an offside position, rightly given by Mateusz. And again, we tried to make an effort to get into the box, just like Robin, our observer, spoke about. So we're right on top of it when we give that offside decision. And then just off camera, we get this free kick here. I have a little word with the player, and then we go through the ceremonial free kick procedure. Now, what do I mean by ceremonial free kick? When there's a free kick on the edge of the box, you really don't want to let teams play quickly. It causes you absolute chaos. So slow the game down, tell them it's going to be on the whistle, and go through the procedure of marking out the wall, etc, etc. So we'll go through this in a bit of detail here so you can know step by step what a referee is doing in this moment. So we inform the players that it's going to be on the whistle. We then mark out the 10 yards for the wall. We then instruct the wall to keep their hands down and not put them away from their body as they're inside the box. We instruct our non-active assistant to watch the wall for me so that he can identify a handball. And then I'm thinking about what Robin said at halftime. Be wary of a rebound from the keeper and make sure to work into the box. That's exactly what happens, and by the time that shot comes in, I'm right inside the box. I got a great view of what's going on, no issues, and we can give the goal. And then shortly after that free kick, we get this foul. You'll see that he clips the lad's heels, but the lad can play. And so I'm telling them, I can see it.
Yeah, well,
but once they lose the
hurt.
ball, there's no advantage that can occur. And so we bring it back for the original foul. How long should you play advantage for? Well, law says it doesn't really matter. Law says that the referee allows play to continue when an offence occurs and the non-offending team will benefit from the advantage. And you penalise the offence if the anticipated advantage does not ensue at that time or within a few seconds. So there's no set time limit on when you can pull back an advantage. All law says is a few seconds, so that's up to the interpretation of the referee. So we then get appeals for this handball. It's not handball. I'd wave it away very quickly, say no, no, no. So as that ball gets played in, The lad in light blue attempts to control the ball. His arm is down by his side and then it hits his arm. Very clearly hits his arm, but this is not handball. For it to be handball, one of two things have to be present. Either one, it has to be deliberate. This is obviously not deliberate. Or two, the player needs to have made their body unnaturally bigger. Now, having your arm by your side like this is not an unnatural movement. It doesn't make their body unnaturally bigger. He's attempting to control the ball. This for me is never, ever a handball offence. And then we get this nice physical battle in the middle of the pitch here. These lads are tussling for a ball and you'll see a shin pad falls out. So once that kind of situation is finished, I let the lad know, shin pad, get it back on, please. And there's a lot of controversy about shin pads, by the way. We've got some bourbon biscuit custard cream shin pads being seen. Some people are doing the old Santiago Munez and putting cardboard in their socks. But what does law actually say about shin guards? Let's have a look. Under the player's equipment, shin pads are compulsory, so you have to wear shin pads. However, all it says is that these must be made of a suitable material, whatever that is, and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection and be covered by the socks. To protect referees, to make sure they don't get in trouble, law says players are responsible for the size and suitability of their shin pads. So the referee does not decide what is safe in terms of shin pads. All we are supposed to do is enforce the fact that these shin pads are actually worn and covered by the socks. So because that lad's shin pad has come off, it's obviously compulsory equipment, so we let him know to put it on at the nearest possible opportunity. We then give this foul tackle, and this is a mistake. We don't actually give a yellow card for this foul. Now, we should, right? There are a couple minutes left. The team in dark blue are winning the match. For some reason, I've interpreted this as not a promising attack, which is not, but it's irrelevant, right? I've got kind of tunnel visioned on the fact that it's not a promising attack. This for me is clear unsporting behaviour. He holds him, he's got no attempt to play the ball. He is just trying to stop his momentum from driving forward. So this is a clear yellow card that I should have given, and I didn't. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is full time. We were lucky enough to get a nice comment from this young man here.
You are very good referee.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you to the number 5. I hope you had a great tournament and best of luck with your footballing career. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, I will see you next week.